That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Nunwi ondo, aninke liavani alvike?
I fear for the Arbor.
Red with fury.
It would seem there is far more at stake
What have
here.
we done to earn its
The very
ire?
world is under threat.
Oh, you return. I am so happy to see you safe. You were gone so long. I was very worried. Oh. You think we should leave the Arbor? I am not sure my father will like that idea, but I can try to convince him. Please, follow me.
As Arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him. Indeed, you are correct.
Herminra. Herual Linda.
Findelnar, nevea nolwende lis kemen. Morivin lis palan oio erumar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpi nun findaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar.
Morvani morivin Findelnar. Nevea tara morivin. Lis va aldakar kemen ros. Hera ur lis nun. Yav morin garina like asar kemen ros iloratu anfir tara. Eteler caril morivin alcadar palan. Kemen nun lis alecano. Surne kemen ros here non yav kuruir. Falis isilrod lintar. Ne yav alecano vea nun sinde lungtena.
Nun lis amanda kill angadur femor.
Herenon nun lia Findelnar, lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto, firnis morivin. Morivin kemen turalecano. Menelum heroth mor carilm anardor.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa. Eteler lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol, vanelin hyror soron, kasinke telpi nun findaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis, nundis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
I am well aware of the particulars. More must be urged to evacuate. We ought to choose our next destination. Based on the movements of the clouds. 'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Casinque telpi nun finaler. Lera ne fir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasfana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintarme kinalen meltol, parante lume an lis, ne kemen kayayinjo nun sil. Ne melto linkan aldacar an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vani siltiel?
Palan hiar menran, lis fa arnefane. Artehar lis manasvana fui numen alecan. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isil rod et peller, lera aetena. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falesmir magananon, anamorlis turculion eciales.
The elf.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
Hermin. Hero al linda.
Aitane filnato.
Ilmen.
Findamund. Jarmen ran soron.
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Was most effective. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
That gave me a fright.
So stiff. Time for an early supper.
Idleness is a luxury I can barely afford.
Here for my liking.
Let the heavens
Only
heed this
thing's good
wish.
for is pulling
For
in
all
a scrap.
our sakes.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey.
I've no time to be social. I've too much to do. I fear I'll make for poor conversation. Perhaps I'd best run along.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. So you are returned, Sir Arisen. We are gladdened to find you safe and well in the midst of this calamity. Now, to what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? You would have the people of this nation abandon their homeland to seek sanctuary elsewhere. 'Tis no small thing you ask of us. For now, prithee speak with Sir Manella. You will doubtless find her patrolling the city. Her assistance will be indispensable if we are to undertake the evacuation of Bakbatal and the checkpoint rest town.
It is high time I began my meditation. I must clear my mind of her.
I do not understand. What has befallen our world? It seems the world is to be brought to an end. We cannot allow this to come to pass.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get to at least here I can let down my hair.
Surely I'm over.
Time for
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
This is your...
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes, and should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution is advised, methinks.
That's quite enough.
You've pushed your luck too...
Haven't you had enough yet? You're the one who started this.
Stop this...
Sorry, sir. Can't take you anywhere. This is your chance to prove your mettle.
As for me, my work here...
You'll get what's coming to you.
I'll not take that from you. Have you need of me? We'll pull through.
Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my speciality.
Haven't you had enough yet? You're the one who's...
Oi, keep your distance. Oi, that the best you can do?
Sorry, sir. Can't take you anywhere. Just... This is your chance to prove your mettle.
You're the one who started this.
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Nara, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
Have you lost your wits? Keep your distance!
believe in you!
Sort this out.
The things I could do with
Keep
an
back!
old car full
I
of
don't wish to injure you.
You!
just about
Hey, you!
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay. 'Twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory. But you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this. 'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Look as long as you please. Always a pleasure.
Oi! I saw it first. Phew, trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you...
Aye, clear off.
You'll get what's coming to you.
That's quite enough.
Oi, you trying to nick our dinner?
Aye, you'd better run.
Is that all you've got?
Fie, that hurt!
We're done for.
I ne'er stood a chance.
Keep it on. You've got some fight in you yet.
Well met.
That's not happening. Suppose I'll have to manage by myself then.
As for me,
That's not happening. Suppose I'll have to manage by myself then.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you. Standing fire, you gutless wonder.
You've pushed your luck too far.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, We need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now. By your leave.
Let my fur lie how it may. Best get cleaning before I'm too tired.
Slim pickings of late.
The heavens will surely
Rained in my touch.
surely turn me back. Out comes the dagger. The pursuit of betterment is an endless journey. My magics are at your disposal!
One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Bagbatal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Minella to keep peace. Outstanding!
I only polished it this morning. Idleness is a luxury I can rarely afford. Surely I'm overdue a day off.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Somehow my feet
I've got
are
to
always.
focus. My shift's only just begun.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Since times of eld. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser trick. As well. Bring me what ye. Then I bid ye farewell.
Some of us get complacent.
Living's hard. Dreams are free, I say.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Fancy a gander? I've fine goods for...
I've weapon. Truth be told, I'm of half a mind. To pack up and leave.
Always a pleasure.
I've, truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave. What with the vault?
Much obliged.
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? 'Tis a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you've traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith. His lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation. Right you are. Tis no small wonder that ox carts have ceased operation, given the state of things. Will the day ever come when we might employ one again? Prepare to engage! trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Battle is best avoided here. Douse the flames before 'tis too late.
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Help me out of... After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Let us see our charges to the... encampment. But be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Magics are at your disposal!
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. It would be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him? Right you are.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. seeing as you're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get them to safety.
He seems to have acquiesced. Sir Ernesto will be thrilled to hear it, I'm sure.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamont's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
In relation to that, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. Let us thank you. Your toil.
There, Master. And tell them
You must remain with us. Thank you, Arisen.
This has gone from bad to worse.
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe now. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Port crystal is set, but we'll have need of a fairy stone should we seek to make use of it.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then? Always a pleasure.
Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see.
appears to be locked, and we've no key. Shall we try breaking it down?
Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. 'Twas the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Pawns need only obey the true Arisen. I suspect one of those fell artifacts employed at the coronation is at work here.
True enough. It is frightfully warm here. The result of volcanic activity, I expect. Remain focused. A clouded mind shall serve you poorly in an ambush.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
We've a key to hand, as I recall.
Shall we try it on the door?
So, the pawns were being held here by the power of this God's Way. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
Splendid.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the God's way? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God's ways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
Outstanding. That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Since times of eld, remember, draconic blood flow. Through the veins of lesser. Then I bid ye farewell.
was uncountable created, only to be snuffed out like candles by the cold breath of oblivion. Eventually, the Great Will tired of witnessing this. It sought to overturn oblivion by granting unto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the Great Will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, there is. This world has been safeguarded by the dragon. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is lived. The dragon says to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists until it wants it. This is the true meaning of the dragon's life. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. Such is the choice you have made, Arisen. By rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of the chance to fulfill the roles they would assign. The Pawns are no exception.
to me now, Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. 'Tis the means to shape the world as one desires. Master!
Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it. Thank you.